All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. So today is November 30, 2023. This is the meeting of the Kubernetes Storage Special Interest Group. As a reminder, this meeting is public, recorded, and posted on YouTube. If you have anything that you want to discuss today, feel free to go ahead and add it to the agenda. You can find the link to the agenda in the calendar invite. We have been working on items for the 129 Kubernetes release. We just hit the docs deadline for the 129 release. That means that all docs must be completed, reviewed, and merged by the 28th, which was earlier this week. The next upcoming deadline for this release is the actual 129 release cut, which is planned for the 5th of December, which is coming up next week. So we're almost at the 129 release. So what I want to do today is go over the items that this SIG has been working on for 129 and get a end of release update to see what made it, what didn't make it. And then we'll jump into any PRs that need discussion or designs that need review. With that, I'm going to jump into our planning spreadsheet and start getting status updates. So the first item that we have is recovering from resize failures. In 129, this was staying in alpha. API changes were merged in 128, and we still needed to add support for quality of service. Hemant, are you on the call?
Yeah, I'm here. In next release, also, I'm afraid that it will stay in alpha because I've been talking with Michelle and Tim about how to use like conditions versus status fields, and we made some API changes for QoS stuff, and we wanted to make sure that QoS and the resize they follow similar APIs. So there's some reconciliation to be done in this between these two, and we will use the next release to figure that out. And not just figure it out, but make changes and implement it, whatever. But it will remain in alpha because of that.
Got it. And then for the changes in 129, was there anything that needed to get done?
No, no, that was, yeah, we already updated external resizer, everything. So it was all done and released. So we're
Okay.
good.
So basically, we'll just move this over to 130 then.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, cool. Thank you, Hemant. Next, we have provision volume from cross namespace, snapshot PVC, continued design work, volume populator work in progress. I don't think we had an update on this for a while. This was designed for this cycle. Anyone have an update on this one? Okay, I'm going to mark this as not started and mark this as no update. We can decide if we want to pick it up next cycle or not. Next item is CSI volume health, additional metrics and or events, and adding end-to-end tests. This is alpha for this cycle. Any update on that one? Okay, I'm going to mark that as no update and mark that as not started for this cycle as well. Next item is change.
Sorry, I was trying to find the mute button. Yeah, that one. I need to pin the person who has been working on this one, but has not got an update for a while. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you, Shane. Next one is change block tracking, which was a design for this cycle. So the CSI spec changes were in review. I think James took another pass at it. So I believe there's been a lot of back and forth there. Any additional updates anybody wants to add here?
Ben.
Yeah, so can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah, go for it, Ben. Ben, are you still there?
It's like this problem with his mic.
Yeah, we might have lost Ben.
So I know Ben has been reviewing this. Ben, can you talk? We cannot hear you. So yeah, yesterday we talked about this in the DP working group meeting. Sounds like the CSS spec PR, James has not been objecting this new data type stream usage. So it seems to be okay because that seems to be the biggest blocker. Then there are some other small comments, so they are being addressing them. I think Ben said yesterday that seems to be in good shape. And for the cap, Ben had comments on the cap, and I think the author of the cap has been addressing his comments.
Awesome. Yeah, it looks like this is making its way in, and hopefully we can get it into the next CSI release and get it into the next Kubernetes release. So thank you, Sheng, and thank you, Ben. All right, next item is new RWO access mode. Actually, before we do that, let me go ahead and I guess we'll leave this one started for now.
Hey, can you guys hear me yet?
Oh yeah, we can hear you now, Ben.
Oh, okay. I had to like disconnect my Bluetooth and restart the Zoom and everything. Did you guys cover the change block tracking though?
Yeah, it sounds like the big changes are getting a kind of nod from you and James, and there are smaller comments that are currently being addressed. Is that right?
Yeah. So James did a round of review and I did a round of review, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think all of James' concerns were addressed, but we got to give him one more chance to raise issues, and then I think we'll be done. We can merge the CSI spec change because it's basically as good as it's going to get, I think.
Awesome. Yeah, that's huge. This is a big one. I think it's the first time that the CSI spec is venturing into data plane territory. So very big change. Thank you for all your help in driving that. All right, next up we have new RWO access mode and end-to-end tests. This would be GA for this cycle. Last status here was docs PR in review, blog PR in review. Do we know if those landed?
Yeah, doc PR is merged, and the blog PR also have I think has looked good to me. Just waiting to be published.
Awesome. Cool. I'll go ahead and mark this one as done. Thank you for helping drive that. Next item is enable privileged containers for Windows to replace CSI proxy out of tree. I believe we haven't had any update on this one for a while. Does anyone have an update to share? I think the last.
Hi, and this is hi Asad, this is Manu. Sorry. So for privileged containers, I think we might be able to pick this up in the new year, early new year. So I don't have more details to share at this point in terms of the specific timelines, but we'll try to pick this up and start figuring out like what the right next steps are here, starting probably sometime in January or so.
Awesome. That's great news. Thank you, Manu. Okay, we'll leave that one as is and punt it to the next cycle then. And next item we have here is node expansion secret. Anyone have any update on this from Humble? Last status was docs PR merged and blog PR unknown.
Yeah, so the blog PR also submitted and also reviewed. I think it's also getting ready, just waiting to be published after the GA.
Awesome. I'll go ahead and mark that one as done as well. Okay, then these are tracking for future releases. I'm going to skip over those and go to volume attribute class. So I was helping with this, and the docs PR has been merged. So I think all the PRs here, outstanding PRs, have been merged. I don't know about the provisioner changes.
So that one was merged. The provisioner change, external provisioner PR is merged, but we do have one PR, which is the
Right.
resizer change. Haman, can you help review that?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it actually today. I started looking at it. I'm sorry. But,
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I think that is the only outstanding code PR. And then the block PR is also in good shape. I think it's just waiting to be merged now.
Perfect.
So this will go alpha in 129. That's the target.
Right. Yeah.
Does it require any external components, or is it?
Yeah. External provision and external resizer.
Right, but I mean, like that's part of the CSI plugin. Like, is there any controller that needs to be installed, or just the CRRs, the CRDs?
Just the CRDs. I think the in-tree changes, I believe just API changes.
No CRD should be
remember.
required for this.
The new, yeah, sorry, no new, right, but it's a PVC, right? There's some changes to the PVC, and there's a new volume attributes class, right? So there are some new in-tree API, not CRDs.
Well, we decided to do it in tree. Okay.
This is in-tree, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Right, because it's kind of a little bit similar to the story class, right? So we need to have that definition in tree.
Okay.
So one quick question about this. So after we have Kubernetes 129, if somebody wants to actually deploy this, do they still need to wait for changes to any other components outside of the resizer sidecar?
I think for the alpha feature, this one is sufficient, but there are still a lot of things not in there yet, I think. But I know there's some details. I can't remember the details now, but this is a kind of limited.
If it's in tree and alpha, you're going to have to do a feature gate.
There is a feature gate.
You have to flip the feature gate on.
But there are other things that are not there yet. Some finalizers or something. I forgot the details. There are things that are not there, so it's like a limited first edition.
Got it.
Yeah,
maybe, it's good to understand, like,
what is there, what is not there.
What is there, what is not there.
Yeah.
And
so I think
everything to get there.
So I will put this. So I think Sunny is not here. It'll be good for Sunny to be, but she has this blog, which I think should clarify what is there, what is not there. So
Got it.
Let me see. Yeah, so there's the okay. So I don't know if this one has a lot of details. So
yeah, this is
really... you can actually do a basic ones. I think if you look at her blog, you can do a basic provision, and then you can change it, right? So that's a very, very basic one, but there are still quite a few things not there yet.
Right. Yeah, the reason I was asking was because at least a lot of people are interested in this functionality. So they'll be asking about it, and I just want to make sure that we understand what we can say will work and what we know will not. So it would be good to document that.
At the very least, it'll let you define a volume attribute class and change it after the volume has been provisioned.
Right. Yeah.
So I added a link of that PR, the blog PR, in the agenda doc. You can take a look. If it's not clear, then you can reach out to Sunny and get clarification.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right, next item is PV last phase transition time. Oh, this was already done, so we're going to skip over that. Next is storage capacity scoring. This was designed for the cycle. We didn't really get any update on this for a while. Anyone know where this landed? Storage capacity scoring. Okay, I'm going to mark that as no update and not started. The next item was shared between us and SIG apps, volume expansion for stateful sets. Hemant, do you happen to have any updates on this one?
No, no update. We might have to find a new owner or like, yeah, it's a tricky one. So yeah.
Okay, no problem. So then we'll see if anybody is interested in picking this up for the next cycle. Next we have co-shared with SIG node, non-graceful node shutdown tests. This is effectively bug fix for this cycle. Last status was test PR needs to be updated. Anything new here?
No, I talked to Ashutosh, who is the author of that PR. He said he will get back to this after KubeCon. I need to ping him.
Got it.
There's some test failures need to look into before we can merge that.
Cool. Thank you, Sheng. Next item is add option to disable 6-minute force detach timer. I think this PR did not make it. There was one PR that was ready and the other was not. So this will get punted to the next cycle. Next we have cozy bucket quota. Anything new here?
Yeah, so maybe I will talk to them again. See, I don't know if we actually need to keep tracking this. I will talk to them because right now what we're doing is just to use parameter under parameters. We'll specify those quota for the because this is not like a universal thing. Only a few vendors needs that. So that's why I've decided, hey, this is not a first class parameter, just you can just do this one under parameters. And then the other one is the like the number of the buckets, which is something that is already available. We could specify that in the resource quota since we don't need additional things. We talked about like a more general capacity quota thing. But at least right now, that has not been a request yet, but I can ask them again. Initially, I thought that's a request. So if not, we can maybe just remove this from here.
Okay, sounds good. So maybe I'm just gonna go ahead and cross this out, and if it becomes a item we need to pick back up, we can pick it back up. Thank you, Shing, for the update. Next is CSI sidecar all-in-one. Mauricio, I think, was planning to pick this up. I haven't seen anything new here. Does anyone have any updates? Okay, I'm gonna mark that as no updates for this cycle. So with that, we'll go ahead and switch back to our agenda doc. So Bharath had a few CLs that needed attention. I believe these are in the GCP repo. Bharath, I can help ping Matt Carey offline to get attention on these.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, sir.
Great, I'll do that.
Also, I had another query that I don't have the meeting invite. I've subscribed to the mailing list, but I've not received.
Oh, there should be a calendar that you can go to grab the meeting invite. So if you go to the SIG storage website and you go down to, there should be calendar link in here. This one. So copy the invite from this shared SIG storage calendar.
Yeah, thank you. I will do that.
Cool. All right, I think that is all the items that we have. Anyone else have another topic for discussion? All right, if we don't have anything else, then we can end early and give you 35 minutes back in your day. Thanks a lot, folks. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.